And even these very politicians who are using him, wanajua ya kuwa hawezi na yeye kazi yake ni kulisha viongozi wengine. The other time during the holiday celebrations you saw him, he was acting as the kitchen boy. That duty was given to him prior to anything. Even Rigiji, whose role was to help the president welcome the visitors, was not given that very opportunity. Kunipatia fursa hii ili niweze kuchangia mada yetu ya leo. Kwa majina ni Solomon Victor. Mada ya kwanza, is it possible for Ndindi Nyoro to be Ruto's running mate come 2027? It's very possible, because number one, we have to agree and we have to accept that wisdom does not necessarily come with age. We've seen Rigiji beating his chest that he's very old. But if he's old and his pot of wisdom is not boiling, who will drink from that very pot? If Ndindi Nyoro is young and his pot of wisdom is boiling, then Ruto will be willing and able to drink from it. However much that's very negative for me as an azimio ally, because it's like we are advising Kenya Kwisha coalition on what to plan for. Because we know, you and I know very well, that what Ndindi Nyoro can bring on the table is of great value than what Rigiji can bring. Mada nyingine, Mudavadi kuongezewa mamlaka inamkuza kisiasa ama ni mapambio? Mimi kwangu as Solomon and a man whose pot of wisdom is boiling, I see hayo ni mapambo tu. Anapambwa tu to deceive the people from the other side, from western side, to deceive wakina Nuru Okanga that their son is being built politically. We've seen many people given very powerful positions just to help them just to allow them bring the little they have on the table. Because we know very well, Mudavadi, he has all the qualifications, but there is one he lacks. And you people knows what he lacks. And the very thing he lacks, none of the above politicians can pick him to be either their running mate or even he himself. The other time he vied for the very position, you people know the number of votes he got. And from that very time, he has never tried. He has been backing people up. And even these very politicians who are using him, wanajua ya kuwa hawezi na yeye kazi yake ni kulisha viongozi wengine. The other time during the holiday celebrations you saw him, he was acting as the kitchen boy. That duty was given to him prior to anything. Even Rigiji, whose role was to help the president welcome the visitors, was not given that very opportunity. As I conclude, Mr. Speaker, however much it's not touched in our topics of discussion today, just allow me, and before I touch on that, kukutana kwa Rais na Martha Koome, kuna swali ambalo linakuja. Muda ule wakati watu wa kawaida, wananchi walikuwa wanataka kuwe na maongeo kati ya Rais na the opposition coalition, it took time for the president himself to accept that. Why is it that this time around, even before Martha Koome finished talking, Rais alishakubali? Rais alishakubali kuwa waweze kukaa kwenye kiti, kwenye meza waongee. Hii limeibua hisia mseto kati ya wananchi. And even me myself, I know very well there is something behind the tents. And there is something these people are trying to hide from us. Since we woke up very early from this very talk, we know that Ruto na Koome chenye wanaenda kuzungumza, Ruto is going to tame the judiciary, because And even he is going to dehorn them because judiciary started growing some plastic horns. So Ruto is looking for all the avenues, and he's very lucky has gotten this very avenue from none other than the CJ, who is camouflaging every now and again. Na acha niwaambie kitu kimoja. When something is wrong, it's wrong even if the majority are supporting it. And when something is right, it's right even when the minority are supporting it. So Ruto, since the majority rules, and the very way he has captured the parliament, he also wants to capture the judiciary. And judiciary, being that there are some few elements of Tumbocrats, they also pushed Martha Koome ili waeze kuzungumza na Ruto, ili ile mabakio yenye walipewa muda ule walipoamua kesi ya azimio wapewe. Because you can't stand up and tell me in a commission with many judges, you just want to point out one to be corrupt. Nyi wananchi mnajua vizuri, the three arms of the government. Parliament is most corrupt. Executive is more than corrupt. Our judiciary who are trying to run away from the very corruption, now their horns are being dehorned. And Ruto is not even going to use hacksaw. He's going to use a common slasher to dehorn them because they are very hungry. And we the wananchi, sisi wanabunge, sisi watu wa kawaida, lazima tuamke kwenye usingizi ili hata wakizungumzwa aweke kwenye mifuko yake tuweze kuokoa hii nchi. Because haijalishi. Wisdom does not come with education. Wisdom does not come with the position anyone is holding in this nation. Wisdom and maturity does not also come with age. And that's the very reason as to why Babu Owino once said, as I quote, "A child with big penis is not an adult, and an adult with small penis is not a child." So however much Ruto is running behind the tents together with the CJ, we are not children with big penises. We are adults with big minds, and our minds will tell us the right thing. And as you know, the sovereign power belongs to the people, not the judiciary, because even the judiciary can be wrong. That's the very reason as to why Ruto is feeling that the judiciary are wrong. If he feels so, and he wants all the rulings to be on his side so that he feels safe that the judiciary are right, it's our role, the wananchi, without even calling for Baba to call for maandamano. This is our very own role, and as the youths of this nation, we must be the people to bring a revolution in this our nation. Sisi ndo lazima tuokoe nchi yetu, because if the parliament is already in his pocket, judiciary is pocketing. He pocketed it the very last time because he has confirmed to us, if any ruling is made on his side, judiciary are doing the right thing. But if any ruling is made against him, judiciary is wrong. Does it mean we have a righteous president who cannot make mistakes? Or is it? Or that's what he's trying to prove to us. And this bring an alarm to us. Our Attorney General is sleeping in class. Our Attorney General is sleeping somewhere because he's the only legal advisor to the government and more specifically to the president. So I'm calling upon the Attorney General. You can be rightfully wrong, and your silence also is making noise. So if you are rightfully wrong, or if you are wrongfully right, continue being silent. And if you are rightful, if you know what you are doing is wrong, then you should wake up, advise the president, because you know very well that these wananchi wa Kenya, kuna wenye hawamtambui huyo rais. And that's the very reason he's forcing us to some of his personal interests. The other day he sponsored some few fellows because the very reason as to why he's fighting the judiciary is this housing levy. Nataka niwaambie wa Kenya, mjiulize, ile maandamano ya wenye walikuwa wanatetea mijengo iendelee, mliona hata kijana mmoja akiandamana ama akipewa muda ongee na media? Si ilikuwa ni wale wamepewa kandarasi? Mbona si vijana and the very youth? Let's wake up. Do we need permanent jobs or just seasonal jobs, sababu hata hii mijengo aseme itakuwa milele, ama sisi vijana wa Kenya tunataka tu mijengo. President Mr. Ruto, we the youths of this nation hatutaki mjengo, because hii mijengo itaisha baada ya mwaka moja ama miaka miwili. I'm concluding, Mr. Speaker. Oh, thank you very much. As I conclude, Mr. Speaker, and just allow me finish on this. Hatutaki kazi ya masiku. We need permanent and pensionable jobs. Hii mjengo tutainua mawe, hatutakuwa hata na migongo ya kuzalisha. Viuno vyetu vitakuwa vimechoka, sababu hii mawe inaua vizazi vijavyo. And the president should wake up. Even exporting of labor, where the global labor said that there is a drop in job opportunities, where is this Sugoi man going to take us? The biggest lie.